Listen, I don't know about you, but I love a good prank. I
Okay.
love a good prank. Did you hear about Cameron and Cuba Gooden Jr.'s brother?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So, for those who may not know, Cameron, the rapper, made a comment calling Omar Gooding, calling him Omar Gooding Jr. For those who didn't know, Omar Gooding is the brother of Cuba Gooding Jr. He is most famously known, radio. What's another one?
Smart
Fighting
guy. He's
Temptations.
a smart guy.
Smart guy. He was in Pearl Harbor. He was in Boys in the
Mm-mm.
Hood. Oh, no, was
Oh,
that?
Cuba Gooding Jr. I know Omar is a smart guy. Cuba is in Pearl Harbor and all those
Yeah.
movies. I'm sorry.
So Omar, Omar hears that Cameron misrepresented him. He ain't like that, and what did he do?
Got on wax.
He put it on wax. Which I like this new trend of I got a problem with you. Let me just take this to the booth. I like this new trend.
Which is what
Thank
it used to be. That's what it
thank you,
used to be.
thank you, Kendrick Lamar. You have brought us back to a place of where we need to be. So Omar Gooden drops two diss records, two diss records. Cam comes back, drops a freestyle on his show. Easy money. He a rapper. Then Omar Gooden comes back and drops what? Two more diss songs
Yeah, I want to say two more. And he gave us a video of him at the pool.
at the pool. Cameron responds in a way that I had to kind of, and you know me and how I like to get back at people. I had to look at this one by Cameron and say, too fucking shay. So Cameron gets some money together, basically hires Omar Gooding for a fake movie role, brings him out to a warehouse, says he's gonna pay him like $7,000, but pays him like half. So he paid him like a little over 3,000. They go out there, and Omar Gooden is at this fake movie set, and you see Cameron behind the glass, kind of like where like the movie people are, just watching Omar Gooden do these push-ups and whatnot to a fake movie. It's when I realized it was because I didn't understand why everyone thought it was so funny until I realized that it was Cameron who set this all up. Dog, my stomach hurt. I was laughing so much.
It gets better. Did you see the part where he's talking about Cameron on set? Like someone from the camera crew was kind of talking about it, and he was like, yeah, he was just kind of like going in a little bit. That's what.
Yo, it made me sit here and think. I was like, man, because I don't know how your brain's wired, but I saw this and I was like, well, I wonder if someone would pull a prank on me like this. Then I was like, well, actually, I this could be one where you know who I'm talking about. That
Yep.
other side. This
Uh,
this falls into some retaliation that they might try. And then I thought about how would you get a DJ on that?
my only beef with the Cameron thing is you still paid him. Like you
Yeah.
gave him $3,500.
Well, I mean, it's for a rapper, from a rapper.
I know, but still, like
He
if
got enough joke. He got enough money sitting around
oh,
that
I'm
he
not
can.
saying that he can't afford it, but you still paid the ops money. Like I don't know how much. Sure, play a prank on me if you're gonna give me thirty
But
five
I
hundred.
don't. I don't. But here's the thing, though. I don't think it's about the money. That's more humiliating than money.
I don't. If I want to
Because I'm
get
gonna
back,
be like, yo, imagine if the other side tried to give me back, they hired me for a fake event to DJ at, and I show up there and there's nobody there.
but they gave you money though. They gave you like say your fee was $1,000 and they gave you $500. Jokes on you. You gave me $500 for nothing. Like I can go home now.
See, I ain't gonna say too much, but see, it would be hard. I think it'd be really hard to get a DJ with that. I think it'd be
And
really hard.
yeah, because you got to make like flyers and stuff. Like you gotta promote the event with the DJ. So that'd be really hard to do. Unless it was like a last minute thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if a stranger was like, "Oh, I have something, my DJ canceled. It's tonight. Can you pull through?"
See, and here is how and why that don't work. Because I've gotten gigs as recently as 2 weekends ago on some last minute type stuff. The only
Right.
people who hit you up last minute for a DJ gig are people you've already DJ'd for that really trust you and are in a bind.
No, I'm saying, like, what if someone?
But it would have to be someone. So in order for me to, for example, when Buddy hit me up a few Saturdays ago, basically saying, "Yo, can you DJ at this spot tonight at 10:30?" And it was 8:50. I DJ'd at his establishments across the city. I've been doing that now for like a little bit now. So when he called me, he knew my sound. He knew he can count on me if he needed to because I've done it before, and he knows I'm good.
So you're saying you wouldn't do it with a stranger? It would have to be with someone that you knew was legit. Gotcha.
So then that's the route if you want to do it like I'm in a bind. Let's do the flip of that, where it's like let's say you try to get a DJ with that same trick, but it's times out. So now you think you got time to really plan this out. All right. As a DJ, there's only a couple of event types that you would need a DJ for that would need time. One would need to be like a party with other DJs on it. Right? So in order to get this, in order for this whatchamacallit to happen, you would have to, one, know other local DJs, and two, you would have to get them in on this too. Imagine getting other grown DJs in on this, maybe like a few that might know me and might hit me back. Because you have to get them in on it, or else you just be paying them. Or at that point, you got to throw a real event if it's not a prank. The other way to do it is say it's a times away, but it's like a private event, birthday party, graduation, house party, wedding. Oh, now this fee is gonna. Now you're talking about, it kind of goes back to like the short notice thing. If someone hit me up recently about DJing their wedding, but I have known them for a minute and they're a coworker of mine. You see what I'm saying? And he knows me, see me DJ, and he was like, "But think about it. Like, you don't have to say yes today. You don't have to say yes this week. Just think about it. I don't know if you do DJ weddings before. You see the difference?
I got you.
You're not getting a DJ with that. No, you're not getting a DJ with that.
I think you can get a dumb DJ with that.
Isn't there a sucker born every day?
I was about to say, you can definitely find the mark.
What was you getting ready to say? I feel like you had something to say.
The president found 70 million marks. Oh, tell you how today at work, a child tried to shoulder check me twice.
I'm not following.
So where I work.
How do children even get in the position to shoulder check grown adults?
So we went to help out today, and there was this child who was walking, like we were in a cafeteria, we were volunteering, and this little sixth grader, like at first he walks like real close to me, and then like at the last second, like I kind of sidestepped to let him through. And then like 10 minutes later, he is walking in the, like, when someone trying to shoulder check you, like, you know what I mean? Like he walking just a little too close, like we're at the perfect angle. And I moved again. And like this time I stared at that little motherfucker. Like, if you shoulder check me, I'm going to knock you to the floor. So he didn't try it again. And then at the end, when they were dismissing lunch, one of the administrators was telling the students, like, "Hey, your teacher's down there. He is going to wave at you." And he was like, "I wish a grown-ass man would wave to me." I almost said, "Little nigga, shut up. You're not going to do nothing but go to class. Shut up. This looks like this is your third time in sixth grade. You need to be worried about school."
Wait, is it really?
He was the biggest one in the cafeteria.
Some days I think back at my time when I was in like my primary years of schooling, in middle school, because those help inform you as an adult. And when I think of me as an adult and some of the things people say about me, a lot of people say two things. A lot of people say, "A, as nice, I'm very cool yet very unserious and funny. So I'm just like a cool person to hang with. You know what I'm saying? Just like cool vibe is always a funny time. On the flip side, though, a lot of people that I know have said you're the last person's bad side I would really want to be on. And every time I ask, they say you are not afraid to stand on business, and you do not care who is on the other side of whatever business you're standing on. Like you will stand 10 toes down heavily. Now, I say all that to say, back in school, some of these little kids, they would have been the one, like I wouldn't have no direct issue with me, but it would have come a day where one day they would have one of these kids would have irked me, and I know what I would have, you know what I mean? I was cool with everyone, but I was one of those people, once you get a problem with me, this problem isn't going away, and you're not going to like how I like to handle it.
It took everything in my body to be like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Because I would, see, I'm the type, either at the lunch table or in class, if he pissed me off one day, I know I'm going to say, yo, you should pay attention because you might be here again.
Because you should be in high school right now, champ.
See, that's why. Yeah.
But that was it. I just never thought that I won't be volunteering anytime soon.
That's why I don't really be working with kids.
Like I have never. I wish a grown man would wait for me. Shut the fuck up.
I'm like, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Honestly, I think I would be one of those teachers. Well, I'd be like, all right, well, let's. No, I'd be like, all right, well, let's play this out. A grown man hugs you or says, hey, waves at you. What are you gonna do?
Not a grown man. Your teacher. Your teacher wave at you to show you where you are and where to line up. What the fuck you gonna do?
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna be the teacher, and they might call this escalating, but I'm definitely gonna be like, all right, well, let's play this out. I go over there and say, hey guys, this is where we sit. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Like too good to walk over? Look, you gonna stand over there looking doofy in the face because you don't want to sit down with the rest of your class because your teacher waved? Look at,
buddy. I almost turned into my father, and Bam know exactly what I'm.
And these be the kids that grow up and they be like the overpause police.
Yes,
everything has to be a pause. It's like, all right, dog, it'd be funny until it's not funny. Like this is just annoying.
It's a very thin line.
Yeah. Listen, man. Ego and pride. We as men, we gotta do better with it. We gotta do better. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know it's Tuesday evening. Welcome to another episode of Speak On It. Episode 195. You already know when you see this Nas fade under this Supreme cap, it can only be one brother, the good brother, Los D Mix. Of course, joined every Tuesday by the smoothest bald head on the East Coast, Mr. Danny Ocean. How are we doing, my fella?
I'm okay. So, as you know, like I had the vid 2 weeks ago, and like I'm fully healed, but I have this really nagging cough. So like I've been muting my mic like every 45 seconds to cough. Talking for long periods of time still really sucks.
That Rona.
Dog, the first time I had the vid, it did not linger this long.
You be having like mad haziness in the mind?
No, like everything's fine. Like when I start talking, like if I talk for long periods of time, like my throat pulse gets dry. And like you'll see me drink water, you'll see me mute my mic. Yeah, there it is, right? You'll see me mute my mic to cough. It's so annoying. Like I hope, and my wife has it too. So like she has the same cough that I have. It's so annoying.
Look at that's love right there. That's
like
love.
Where was I at yesterday? Oh, I had to volunteer again. Like
a lot of volunteer work going on for my boy.
It's cool. It's cool. Like I was talking to the librarian, and I had my mask on because I can understand how being in public and coughing like that around people could, you know what I'm saying? So I was talking.
Oh no, I don't play. Listen, I am one of them people. If you out in public and listen, I give everyone 3 coughs. Well, 3 different sets of cough. Like I'm not gonna count as 2 coughs. That's a cough.
That's a cough. Yeah.
That's a cough. All right. Now maybe a couple hours or an hour, whatever. So later and you do it again. All right, cool. You got 3 coughs in a day though, or you got 3 coughs and a half. Let's just say. Like I'm thinking about it from work standpoints, you have 3 coughs from 8 to 12, and you got 3 coughs from 12 to 5.
Okay, that's fair.
At any time after you hit 3 coughs, in between them hours, near me, at some point I'm going to say, "Well, goddamn, you good?"
Yeah, that's the only way you can ask that question.
Goddamn, you all right? You good?
So
Where you been at?
that's why I wear like I've been wearing my mask even though like I'm symptom free because again like I don't want to be around people like coughing because again like that would freak people out.
Is that invasive? Like, is that HIPAA?
What, asking if you good? No, that is not HIPAA.
Right,
Now asking someone, do you have COVID? Yes, that is. I don't know if that's HIPAA, but that's probably some sort of HR violation.
Oh yeah. Now someone come in saying I was out last week, I was sick, and someone say, "Damn, you got that Rona, didn't you?" That's HIPAA. They gotta send you to HR. Hey, nah. Listen. All right. As uncomfortable as you may be when your coworker comes in after a week of being sick, it has nothing on what those Los Angeles Lakers of the 80s and early 90s was doing after Magic Johnson came back. And Magic Johnson came in with a cough. I promise you, half the team was not practicing that.
They didn't want to hug him. Like he wanted to hug people.
See, you about to get me started. Who was that? Was that All-Star game? Karl Malone and them boys?
Like, boy, you can touch kids, but you can't have AIDS around me.
I knew you was about to get me started. Listen, Karl Malone, of all the things you didn't want to touch, Magic Johnson being the one. All right, big dog. Hey, you got it. You got it, Carl. You got it.
Got a 16-year-old pregnant. Hey, you can touch the young girls, but
you got it. You got it, man. You got. I want to. Hey, listen. Y'all did the documentary on the last day. Let's do the documentary of what that locker room was like during that All-Star game. I know they gave Magic Johnson a locker corner.
Like Isaiah Thomas had to like hug him at mid-court to be like, "Hey guys, it's okay." There's nothing to fear, guys.
Hey, and this isn't funny. HIV is serious, and please make sure you get tested. Kyle says, I wonder what happened if Rudy Gobert played with Magic Johnson. Oh, Rona Rudy? Rona Rudy?
Oh, Kyle, that's a great question. But here's the thing about Rudy. I feel like someone just punched him in. Like, I feel like Magic might have stole on him.
I just feel like in the midst of I'm thinking about that locker room that Rudy Gobert had to go back to like during the bubble. I know they was probably so tight at him. Pause. So I can only imagine what it looked like in the locker room in the 80s when crack and cocaine was running rampant in our communities. Are you kidding me? A coked out James Worthy might have put hands on Rudy Gobert.
Oh God, he might have killed him. Man, we really need a police presence. Hey, he down here choking that man to death.
They was calling what the 85 Bulls the traveling cocaine circus. Yo, dog. The NBA, listen, I cannot wait. Like when the NBA hits 100 years to watch the documentary of the evolution of the NBA. Over, they called a professional franchise team the traveling cocaine circus. Do you know what that really what they was really saying?
They was moving weight.
Nah, I mean every city that they went to, it was a party, and they knew when the Bulls is in town to play, we with them. You want to be with them. That's why they were so bad. Then here come Mike coming in here, crazy as hell. That's why he was the way he was. I fully believe Mike saw some things that rookie year that made him say, "Nah, we ain't doing this." I ain't doing
100%. Mike, and
that's probably what made him into the teammate that he was. Because imagine you come in and you get drafted to a team that's like a reputable organization. I don't think Mike is that type of teammate. I think we have I think we hear a whole new narrative around Mike.
Dog. I'm so glad Mike didn't get on that book of sugar. And if he did, he knew how to play through
it. If he did, it might have gave him. Listen, all I'm saying is, if he did, it would make sense how he made it from the free throw line to the basket.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it would make sense why the tongue was always out.
Let's talk about the NFL. That's a crazy line.
Before we talk about the NFL, I want to make a PSA announcement, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know, I am the commissioner of a few fantasy football leagues, Dynasty and Redraft. We got some open availability in both of them. The Redraft League is a 10-team PPR league. Real fun, real good group of guys. It is.
Okay.
It has a unique set of rules, and it does allow for everyone to get some money. Welcome BAM into this league. It is run through ESPN. If you are interested, please send Low Steam Mix Twitter or Instagram DM. On the flip side, the other one is a league I'm very excited about, not only because I won the inaugural season, but because I think this league has a lot of competitiveness. BAM is in this league. It is a 12-team tight end premium dynasty league. We have 4 open teams.
Damn. I thought you froze for a second, man. That's the Kevin Hart meme in real time. God damn. 10 teams and 4 of them left. That's the league.
Oh shit! I was just waiting on the. I'm sorry. That was my bad. Holy shit! You know what? I keep getting hit up by people in each league. They're like, "Yo, you think we're gonna get these spots filled up?" And I keep replying to everyone, "We should have no problem getting
you will
spots filled between 2 leagues."
Dog, the redraft league is so much fun. Like the group chat is probably gonna start. We're gonna draft, and when the money's due.
Bam, please say whatever you got to say. Well, I can tell you, we can get the draft lottery and the draft. Well, we got the draft schedule. We can get the draft lottery on once we get the rest of the members into that league. Okay. For the Dynasty League, it's still a good league. Bam, we've got open spots. I don't really think we miss. I don't think we really miss much.
I'm thinking about the Dynasty League. The problem is I spend too much money on fantasy football.
Well, listen, there's also the third option where one of these leagues might fold, and I might migrate people. Hey,
like I said, okay, yes, like if the redraft fold and we move to the Dynasty, yeah, because the dudes are the same, right? It's 50.
It's 12 people in that one. I think the people in that league would be just you. If you joined, you might be the other people.
No, I'm saying the redraft is 50, right? Is the Dynasty League 52?
No, the redraft league is 50. Dynasty League, I believe, is 80.
Okay, so 130 if I did both.
Yeah.
Whoa! Excuse me.
So he talking about Buddy. He talking about Buddy and them. That's why spots opened up because of Buddy and them.
Okay, I'll leave it at that.
So that's what he's talking about.
We talked about Karl Malone.
Yeah, he talking about Buddy.
We can stop it at there.
So if you guys know anyone who would be willing to join either league, holler.
I bet you Shits and Grins would join that Dynasty League. He is an addict.
Tell him to holler at me. Tell him we got the thing is the 4 we got. I'm letting people pick the what rosters they want to Like one dude hit me up. He was my friend hit me up and he was like, "Yo, I have a friend who loves Lamar Jackson. Do one of those teams has Lamar Jackson?" Then I went and looked. I was like, "Oh yeah, the dude who had the number 1 overall pick, he actually had Lamar Jackson." So if Buddy wanted him, he'd get Lamar and Ashton. And he hit me back, and I'm kidding you, it wasn't 5 minutes. He said, "Yeah, no, he'll take it."
Damn, someone loved the Ravens more than Bam in the league. That's crazy.
Yeah, he did. That was a selling point. My man was like, the dude is a big Ravens fan, so I feel like if it's the team with Lamar, he could have it. And I was like,
that's a nasty combo, especially after the way Genty performed last week.
Yeah, so I can read you. Let me read you the open rosters or the starting lineups for these open rosters.
Okay.
So this one plays the reigning champs week 1. I don't know if you know who that is. Their starting lineup: Jared Goff, Kyron Williams, James Cook, Michael Pittman Jr., Jordan Addison, Jake Ferguson, Jerry Jeudy, Juwan Jennings, Jaden Reed, Tua Tagovailoa.
Who the fuck drafted that team?
That's their starting lineup. Here's another one. Drake May, James Conner, Aaron Jones, Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, Evan Ingram, Stephon Diggs, Tet McMillan, Ricky Pearsall, Cam Ward.
Definitely a rebuild. They went all in on this year.
And let's see. The next one. CJ Stroud, Isaiah Pacheco, Omarion Hampton, Puka Nacua, Nico Collins, Sam Laporta, Xavier Worthy, Jonnu Smith, Javonte Williams, Baker Mayfield.
Not bad. This is a super flex league, right?
It is a super flex tight end premium league.
Okay.
This one. Jordan Love, Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, Zay Flowers, Devontae Smith, TJ Warren, Cooper Kupp, Travis Kelce, Darnell Mooney, Caleb Williams.
Oh, that's a win now team. That's not going to win now.
Yep.
That team with CJ Stroud is interesting.
Brother, I believe this one barely missed the playoffs.
Yeah, that's
actually, this one might have made the playoffs and lost first round. So, if anyone is listen, I'm the way I'm letting it go right now, up until the first three people who want the three best teams that's left, I'm gonna let you choose which roster you want. The last person, I'm thinking about just telling them
this is it.
No, the last person that joins, I'm probably going to tell them they don't have to pay the dues since they'll probably be taking on that first team.
That's enticing.
So, if any of those interest you, my friend, you let me know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Dynasty League will fill up fast. It's the redraft league I don't think is going to fill up fast.
Yeah, because how many slots we got? 3?
3, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
But four Dynasty League spots.
The Dynasty League's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about your Dynasty League.
Well, listen, it might fold. Let's see who's in that one. Let's see who's in that one. Just so we can see. I feel like where's that whatchamacallit?
While you do that, did you see the preview for Dave Blunt's dissing 50 Cent? Did you see that?
Excuse me?
So I was on Twitter today, and apparently Dave Blunt has made a diss song for Curtis Jackson. And he recreated the In the Club when he's upside down. Young Blood, he not the one. Curtis not the one.
Why would listen?
I don't know the origin. I just saw the clip, and Mr. Blunt, sir, 50 the kind of guy who would hear that Dave Blunt is getting the stomach staple surgery, and he show up in the OR.
Okay, listen, Dave Blunt's versus 50 Cent. I'm not even going to entertain it. All right, listen. I'm more confident now that this redraft league will fold because I forgot Tad. We already need to fill one person because Tad finished dental school and just bought a new practice. Like,
that's great.
And so he was like, dude, I don't know if I have the time to even do like half of my fantasy football leagues. I'll probably only be able to do one. And I was like, honestly, I fully understand. Oh, bitch boy left. He took his couple friends with him. So now what?
That's 4?
Yeah.
All right. I can do a little recruiting.
No. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying Jordan's in this. Jordan Long is in this dynasty league.
Okay. Is Greg in it? I can't be in a league without Greg.
I can.
Greg just makes fantasy football so fun.
Yo, hold on. Let me see, because I could say, let me see. Here's what I'm gonna do with Greg. I'm gonna send him a link to the league and say,
I get the CJ Stroud team. I'm calling if our team.
no, brother. You should no. Here's what you got. You got to make the call now because when I send it to Greg, he's going to say, "Send me the best team available." I'm gonna say I have 4 teams available here if you want to join.
Is the redraft league folding?
I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at the people in here right now. So
I'll join the Dynasty League if the redraft is folding.
You're in it. I mean, Jordan's in it.
Yep.
Greg is. I can invite Greg. I'm talking about the redraft league.
Yeah. If you fold the redraft league, if you make that call tonight, then yes, I will take my funds from the redraft league and put it towards this Dynasty League.
I would have to ask. I'm gonna ask Greg. Well, I'm gonna just send Greg the league to the league link to the league and say, how do you? Because I don't want to send him that CJ Stroud team.
Well, that's what he gonna ask. Greg will be like, "Well, send me the rosters."
I'm gonna just say my 12-team tight end premium Dynasty League has 4 orphans.
He gonna say
our redraft league might end up folding. I'm gonna say my redraft league might end up folding. Consider taking one of my orphan teams.
Because I need to be in the league where I get to see Greg's ridiculous trade request. That's half the fun.
All right, let me go ahead and send you this too.
If the redraft folds, sign me up for Dynasty. If not, I can't do it.
Well, I'm going to just send the link to... What about your cousin? Can you ask your cousin?
Oh, yeah, I can ask him. Hold on. Y'all, I promise we're going to talk about some other sports, but this is too important.
Speaking of which, since we're talking about football and you're sending this to your cousin, we have preseason week 2. Run through a few highlights. Jordan Love, big thumb injury. We talked about it last week. And from there, a lot more Packers seem to have gotten injured. I mean, if you're a Packers fan, you've been following our training camp and just staying up to date with our list of injuries, man, it has me worried about week 1, but I know we got some time. Brother, the Packers, they're getting healthy, but I can tell you the second and third and even 4th team guys that I saw take reps in that preseason game versus the Colts, I was pretty impressed, man. That was a really good comeback win. The Packers showed a lot of fight, albeit in a preseason game, but they showed a lot of fight. I believe they were down like 13 or 16-0 and came back and won that game. So, listen, I think it's not Jordan Morgan. It's like DeAnthony. Kyle, help me out. Like DeAnthony Melton or DeAndre Melton or something like that. He had a rough day, man. He had like 5 or 6 penalties alone, false starts, shit like that. It was rough. But all in all, guys like I think I did see enough from Belton that like he can play. I think with some development in a few years, going to be really good. Want to shout out to Jordan Morgan, who's given a hell of a fight for that starting left tackle role. I think it's Marshawn Lloyd, our running back. We've been trying to get healthy for the last couple of years. He got nicked up. I mean, it's just, listen, we're going to need a lot of these younger 2nd, 3rd, 4th year guys. We're looking for a lot of these guys to take that next step. And I'm just hoping that a lot of these guys, especially guys like Marshawn Lloyd, actually get the opportunity to really showcase it, health-wise on the field. It just feels like, for as good of a team that the Packers should be, just feels like we're already we're in a place where we might start
out the gate a little slow. And we've seen it with teams like Cincinnati. You don't want to be playing from behind,
No.
to begin the season. So that'd be one of the biggest things that I had to say about the Packers preseason game. What are your thoughts about the Eagles versus the Browns?
Same thing, right? Eagles, a lot of injuries today. Rookie safety Andrew Makuba limped off with a hamstring. Leonard Dickinson had to have meniscus surgery. He's supposed to be ready week 1. A.J. Brown's hamstring is giving him issues. Johnny Wilson got rolled up today at practice and had to take some time off. Jordan Mailata has a concussion. Devontae Smith is nicked up. Like right now, it's just get to week 1 healthy. Like I'm a little concerned that all these players are hurt or nicked up or banged up. Again, like I think Hal said, it's a war of attrition. Yeah, man. Just get it to the preseason game was as DTR. Enjoy your time at Target because you lost that QB3 job. I was impressed by Makuba. He had a pick 6 and he had a fumble recovery. Problem is, and this is when he was drafted from Texas, he's too little. Like he's too little for safety. He's really small. Again, I think he hurt his shoulder today. That's kind of been an issue. Like he's been banged up all training camp, but when he's out there, he looks great. So we'll see. Again, it's just trying to get to week 1, and I hope AJ's okay.
Wait, was Tanner cooking?
Tanner didn't play. So Tanner, it was DTR and Kyle McCord.
Okay.
So like I know the Eagles lost. They were outgained extensively by the Browns offense. The Browns kind of beat their ass last week, from what I understand, in joint practices. Like Jalen just looked okay. Like I'm not. Again, AJ's hurt. Mailata's banged up. Lane Johnson.
It's funny that you mentioned that because that would make sense if you think about the strength of the Browns team. It has nothing to do with their offense, very much on their defense. So It does not surprise me that in a joint practice, they was probably.
Apparently Myles Garrett blew up every single play. Like Myles, Myles lined up on like some backups and it was just like sad.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you something. And I tweeted this not long ago. You may have talked about this prior. I really think NFL teams value these joint practices more than those preseason.
They do. I know Nick Sirianni does. Nick Sirianni has said multiple times, like he will take a joint practice more seriously than not more seriously, but he'll learn more during the joint practice than preseason. Because that's
probably when you're really trying stuff.
Yeah. So apparently the Browns are running trick plays in joint practice, which is a very Browns thing to do. But I am a firm believer that joint practices are more important than preseason games.
Ben King brings up a funny point. I saw somewhere someone had like this graphic that said over under Josh Jacobs rush yards, and the line was like 1,050. And I looked at the quotes, and it was like 50 people quoted it and was just like, hammer the fucking over. Let everyone know. Really? Hammer the over for Josh Jacobs
at 1,500 yards.
I would take the over. No, it was 1,050.
That's
and
it.
It was just like one of those like FanDuel sort of farming for interactions. But I was like, yeah, no, I would. Josh Jacobs had he had a little over maybe 1,400 last year.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Maybe we should do like because we're off next week, the week after at the NFC East. Maybe we should have like some bets for us to make. Because I'll put some money on that.
I'm hammering the over heavily on the over for Josh Jacobs over 1,000 yards this season. Are you kidding me?
He'll have that week 11.
Week 8.
Dead ass.
Yo, pause this story. One of my biggest fantasy what ifs was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago in fantasy. I drafted Derrick Henry when he was still on the Titans. And this was maybe the first time I had ever been able to draft Derrick Henry. And this was the year Derrick Henry started out the year going absolutely crazy, like crazy. So the early part of this year, I was like in this league, I had to have been like 6-2 or 7-1. And then Derrick Henry broke his foot and was out for the rest of the season. Yo, this is how crazy this season was. He was out fairly early in that season and was still a top 10 rusher that year in the league.
Insane.
I still think back to that season like, yo, dog, if he would have kept going, I might have won it all off the back of this dude being unstoppable.
That good. Prime Derrick Henry.
Last year, I made the playoffs in one league because I had who are my top 2 players? Saquon and Josh Allen. I look back, I don't know how I drafted that team. Saquon and Josh Allen. I was giving people hell week after week and missed the playoffs because I forgot who I forgot to start. It was one of those. If I would have started someone else, I'm angry.
Is that going to be Ashton Jitsi this year? Did you see that?
Oh,
that run?
That's when I was like, all right, this might be a grown man running the football right here.
My bad. Did not mean to disrespect you.
They was talking about, well, that's not SEC competition. This is the NFL. And everyone was like, I don't know. Got to watch him. Dog, it took 3 grown men really trying to bring him down.
Really trying.
First dude didn't even matter. Get off me.
He said, excuse me, sir.
Yeah. And then the second and third dude had to basically spin him around until he lost his balance and then shoestrings. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
I should have traded for Genty last week. I told Greg he ain't gonna be nothing. Didn't work.
That ain't gonna work, brother.
It's not gonna work.
Listen, speaking of players we might have been wrong about, Brock Bowers. I'm gonna look right in the camera. My bad. Brock Bowers might be a dead ass. Brock Bowers might be best in the world right now.
He might be. It's hard to put someone in front of him.
I saw a tweet that said Brock Bowers been best in the world since like high school at this tight end shit, and I was like, I don't know, a little gassy, a little reachy. Yo, dog.
Let me tell you something.
He had over 100 catches as a rookie.
Well,
with terrible QB play.
We should have known a white man that size with a receding hairline was going to take over the league. We should have known. He was at Georgia and he was looking like someone's accountant. Should have known.
Now you looking back on them Georgia teams, it's like, all right, dog, y'all just who was going to beat this team? And Bama gave them all they can handle too.
I can't believe college football.
Ladd, they had Brock. Oof.
They had Betson.
Hey, he be out there sometimes in that Rams uniform, acting like he not a car salesman in his.
I was about to say, boy, go ahead and open up that forward shop.
Talk to me about this trade Howie made with the Texans.
Yeah, so earlier this year, the Eagles traded, I think, a 5th in C.J. Gardner-Johnson to the Texans for 6 in Kenyon Green, and now they traded, Houston sent that pick back to Philadelphia, and Philadelphia sent that pick back to Houston for John Mechie, and I forgot the tight end's name who wasn't going to make the team. So they just out here bullshitting. I mean, I understand. This makes me a little bit more concerned about AJ's hamstring, that you out here getting more receiver depth.
Oh, he has he not been practicing?
He hasn't practiced in like 2 weeks. So now they keep saying he's okay, but I don't know, man. So if he's not, the starting receivers would be Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, and John Mechie, which isn't bad, right? Like that. And you got Johnny Wilson, who's your big receiver, your AJ Brown type for the Red zone.
Brother. That's bad.
It's not as bad as Devontae Smith.
They're gonna double up on Devontae. They're gonna double up on Devontae. They're gonna dare Dallas Goedert to make a play, and they're gonna double up. They're gonna definitely double up on Devontae. Put some more people in the box to stop Saquon, and they're gonna dare a damn John Mechie and a Jahan Dotson to beat them.
Yeah, but I'll take my chance.
You put your best corner on Jahan Dotson. You put your second and third best corners on Devontae Smith, and you load up the box. And I'm pretty sure you'll be getting 3 straight plays to Saquon Barkley and 1 tush push.
That's all we need, baby. But I'm not mad at the receiver depth. I'm just worried about AJ.
Are you worried about Shador?
Nah, I ain't worried. I know the Browns keep playing in his face. They named Joe Flacco the starter. He's still 4th on the depth chart. Yo, who are we doing here, dog? Stop playing with Shador.
Listen.
Bam, is that racist?
Jahan Dotson? Let me look at a keyboard to see if the P and the H are even close to
No, they are not. Is he texting on his phone?
They're not.
They're not close either. Not even banned. I don't. That feels racist. Does that feel racist to you?
Next topic. Have you been watching Hard Knocks, the Bills?
Watched the first episode. It was boring. The only cool thing was that man be taking his kids out drifting.
I thought that was pretty cool too. I thought the first episode was boring, but luckily I didn't watch the first episode during the first week. So last week while I was off, I watched the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
Second episode was way better, way better.
Okay.
I do like. So I was watching the Pat McAfee show, and they had brought. The only reason why I watched was because on one of the days of the Pat McAfee show, they actually had the Bills GM. I think his name is Brandon Bean.
Yeah, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and he was talking about it. And because I'm always curious about like what does and how do, as someone who works in a creative field, as you know, I get so curious on where's the give and take between creative for the NFL films and what the team who's being documented give up. So when he was talking about the things they did and didn't want to do, he basically told NFL Films he doesn't want to do the thing. Spoiler alert, he doesn't want to do the things. He doesn't want to do the thing where you cut players and like so you probably won't see him like cut players. So in my mind, I'm like, well, I wonder how they're going to do it. So instead, they're probably just going to do the thing where like fade to black, and they fade to black, or they like show like a slow mo of that player walking and say, hey, this player didn't make the team, or something like that. Instead of showing the room where they bring him in and they're saying, hey man, hate to do this, we gotta let you go. So stuff like that. But I say all that to say, I went and watched the first episode. It was boring, like you said. I did find it very interesting in the fact they go to a college for the first 2 years. That was interesting. Especially when they said like only like 4 or 5 other teams do it, which means there are some teams that are sticking by them old traditions, and there are like other GMs and head coaches that was like, fuck this, we got all this money, keep our asses right here.
Yeah, man. I thought it was cool because the Eagles used to go to Lehigh College or university, whatever, and then Andy Reid's son killed himself, and then I think they stopped after that. I'm pretty sure after that happened, they didn't go back. Maybe one more year after that.
It happened at Lehigh?
I'm pretty sure it happened at Lehigh. Like, I think either he unalived himself or they found him dead at Lehigh. But I think he unalived himself.
Prayers to Andy Reid. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, because he saw old boy in the parking lot, too.
He didn't do it, though, did he?
I thought he did in the parking lot, right? Like, Andy saw him in the parking lot.
We can move on. We
can move on.
Anyway.
And Kyle, that's very nice of you of giving Bam the benefit of the doubt. I do not.
So I say all that to say, episode 2, they talked about who did the Bills play last week? Not the Bears. Before that, they played the.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot who they played, but I remember they got blown out, didn't they?
Yes,
because it was in Buffalo. I remember I watched the damn game.
The Giants.
The Giants, yes.
And so they were talking about that game, and the way they talk about the team, because Hard Knocks is going to, they set the tone around the team based on the expectations coming into the team. So you're talking about the team, that has the MVP, that has these expectations and whatnot. And so you feel that tonality throughout the episode, the second episode. And then they get to that game. And then they get to that preseason game.
Was with Sean McDermott, he's talking about Al-Qaeda?
No, not this time. They sped through that. They sped through that preseason game. They got that good. It did remind me of the fact that I did forget that Sean McDermott had skin cancer before, and on that. And other than that, I was like, I
understand what he's saying about not watching people. Like, you don't want to see people get cut, and I get that. But I feel like Hard Knocks shouldn't be just like a fluff documentary, right? The thing that made Hard Knocks great is that you really got to see how NFL organizations trim their roster from 90 to 53.
I do think they're going to still keep the aspect of these players won't make it because that is Hard Knocks. I just don't think there'll be one thing where they like show, because they're still going to have the info.
Because like there was something, I know it's someone losing their job, but I always found it, and not that I enjoyed watching it, but it was always fascinating, the conversations and like how, like when Tony Dungy would cut people, he'd always have like feedback, right? Like, hey, you were great. We're cutting you because X, Y, Z. And then you have some people who are like, yeah, we're just going to cut your dog. And we ain't got a reason why. It was just very interesting to see how different organizations handled those hard conversations.
What about those coaches that be in there crying with you, like, dog, this shit hurts, man?
Yeah, like I mean, but that helps humanize. Like, what's that guy in Miami that one year? What was my man's name?
Steve Spagnuolo?
It wasn't Spagnuolo. Who was the coach? It was Miami. Ryan Tannehill was the quarterback. Joe Phillips. Is it Joe Phillips?
Oh yeah, Joe Phillips. He went on to be like the Cowboys special team coordinator or something like that.
Yeah, like I remember he had to cut someone, and it just felt real cold. Like he brought him in, and he was like, "Yeah, dog, this is turn your stuff in. Appreciate you. Have a good one."
I ain't laughing, Lord. I ain't laughing.
But or like when trades happen, right? Like, hey man, we just traded you to so and so.
Green Bay, go ahead and do it, man.
No, you don't want the Eagles are doing it the in season one. I'm not looking for
it. But it's the whole NFC East though.
I know, but who did, yeah, well, no one.
No. You want to talk about some shit that's going to be funny? The NFL chose a division where they have two teams with hold-ins. They got a team who drafted a quarterback that has been outplaying the free agent quarterback they brought in, and the defending Super Bowl champions.
That's the Paul put a pin right there. That's the one I'm talking about, Kyle. That was another one about Joe Phillips when they cut Chad Ochocinco. That was another one. But back to what you were saying, yeah, man. Like especially, and I'm not wishing this on anyone, but the way Jay Daniels was running last night in the preseason game, buddy, I hope you got the rib protector. Because he won't do that. Dog, it's preseason. You gotta chill. We need you for hard.
I don't even think that hit was that bad.
It is when you 90 pounds.
Bro, that's a football hit. Good.
All right. AJ, it's preseason. It's the preseason, dog. You know who wouldn't take that hit? Jordan Love, Dakota.
Yeah, no, Jordan Love would have been trying to throw up. He trying to throw that ball, and we don't know what we're getting now. Listen, this is what I'm gonna say. That in-season Hard Knocks, I think, is gonna be funny. Imagine when they get to the Cowboys, and I forgot what week they start filming, but it's gonna be before the trade deadline, I believe.
Oh yeah.
So imagine if the Cowboys do or do not trade Micah Parsons.
And you know Micah not going to be afraid to talk about it on camera. That's going to be the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I came into the season, I was ready to leave. We were able to maybe figure something out. Or you're going to have the narrator Buddy talking about something. And here we have America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, who have been front and center of all NFL headlines with one of the biggest trades in NFL history, dealing out 4-time All-Pro superstar defensive lineman Micah Parsons,
potential Hall of Famer, potential Defensive Player of the Year. And dog,
I heard Adam Schefter speaking earlier, coincidentally enough, on the Pat McAfee show. He was saying this situation between Micah and the Cowboys. He was like, obviously, he wouldn't be surprised if they figured it out, and they got a deal done. But he was like, as of today, he feels like there is a nasty divorce coming.
So I had this thought earlier today. The Bengals for Trey Hendrickson, because they haven't gotten a deal done yet. I think they're asking for a first and like a young defensive player. What would be the haul for Micah Parsons?
Listen here, Brian Gutenkest, because I'm talking to you. You're going to take your second best young defensive player. I'm going to take 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and a 5th-round pick. You're going to get Micah a couple seconds and a 4th.
Like if that's what they're asking for Trey Hendrickson, what are you going to ask for Micah?
Yo, Trey, I found out Trey Hendrickson, he said he's not playing for $17 million. And I started really thinking about that.
And I believe him. Like
I started thinking about that, and I was like, yeah, no, at that position, that production, I ain't showing up at this salary either when I look at my contemporaries.
Now, I did see someone say the Bengals had one of the worst defenses when he was on the field, so does it really he's off the field? And I was like, I hear you, but
But it ain't getting better with him off the field.
but he led the league in sacks for a reason.
Yo, no, I knew they needed to go ahead and hurry up and pay him because I was watching massive gaps in a preseason game last night. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Like, I know it's not all starters and whatnot, but yo, the running backs for the Washington Commanders were so good that they are probably going to move forward with trading Brian Robinson Jr.
Insane. I don't know why though, because Austin Eckler's old.
Well, they got that, but the backs they were running in the preseason game were their young backs that they really like and have been performing well in camp. That's what started the whole Brian Robinson Jr. trade rumors because he's entering the last year of his deal, and they're probably like, "We ain't paying you, boy."
Did you see the video of the guy who took Brian Robinson Jr.? Apparently, this happened last year. He meant to put Bijan on the board, and he put Brian Robinson on the board, 1 overall, and everyone laughed at him and made him stick to it. They never.
He didn't look at the team.
I just think he saw red and B and thought it meant Bijan and put on the board 101. And they were like, nope, you got to take him. And he's like, nah, I'm in Bijan.
Are you mad at your league if they let you do that?
I feel like the Dynasty League we're in is a little bit more forgiving. Like, if that happened and I went in the chat and said, hey, guys, I meant to draft Bijan and that Brian Robinson, can we reverse that? I feel like most of the people in our Dynasty League were like, fine.
I would do it in a redraft league.
In a redraft, would you do it in a Dynasty League?
But you have to have 101 overall.
Okay.
I would in a redraft league, the only person I'm letting repick their pick is 101.
That's fair. I'm
going to assume that you fat fingered it.
I mean, I do have fat finger.
So, Anthony Richardson.
I don't know what to say, man. Like,
you lose your job to Daniel Jones.
Like, you have to be traded to a team that has a starter that you will not challenge. Like, you get traded to Buffalo, you get traded to Kansas City, something like that. Hey, man, go sit behind Patrick for 3 years. And we'll try to build you up. Because it's a rapid Indy. We done here.
It is. I always think back to him tapping out.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the end. Shit, that was the end.
That was the end, my brother.
His completion percentage was the beginning of the end.
Quick big deals or no deals. Dolphins signing Matthew Judon to 1-year deal.
Nice depth piece. There's a reason he was a free agent in August.
Big deal or massive deal. Jetta's back at practice after 25 days with a bad hip.
I hope that's a big deal, and I hope A.J. Brown has a similar story.
Big deal or no deal. Isaiah Bond signed with the Browns and Quinshon Judkins cleared of any criminal charges.
Cleveland, if you have had any kind of shady history or any brush-ups with the law, don't worry. You have a home in Cleveland.
Big deal or no deal. Teammates Cam Ward and Jeff Simmons got caught in a scrap in training camp on Monday. Is this a big deal that the number 1 overall pick is not afraid to throw them hands?
Massive deal. Like, you know what I mean? Your quarterback is going after your Pro Bowl, borderline all-pro defensive tackles. Like, yo, let's go. Now what I'm talking about. Yeah, now I'm ready to fight.
Well, I'm going to have to come in and be like, nah, we're not doing that now with the quarterback. Not with the quarterback. Yo, that was the other thing I noticed from watching. I was either the first or second episode of Hard Knocks. Even in practice, them offensive guys, they don't be liking that shit. After the whistle, or if it's like he going out of bounds and you give him that. I don't like that. I forgot. I think it had to have been the second episode because one of the linebackers had knocked one of the running backs out of bounds, and here come like one of the offensive linemen. He was already out, man. That's fucking bullshit, bro. He was already fucking out, man. Keep him up. Fuck. Keep him up.
Love it. Also, Kellen Moore cannot fix Anthony Richardson in New Orleans. That might be even worse.
Yo, the Saints are dead ass about to roll out Tyler Show over there when it is clear that
they got their eyes on the prize, baby. New Orleans, Granted, Arch Manning not coming out next year. I don't know why everybody thinking Arch Manning. Eli and Peyton and Daddy Peyton have made it very clear. Arch staying in college.
They've already said that?
Yeah. Arch ain't going, but everyone keeps saying Arch coming out. No, he not.
Arch is whose kid? That's the oldest son?
Yeah, I think that's the real athlete of the Mannings.
Why do you say that?
Oh, he was a receiver. Oh,
the oldest brother. Okay.
yeah. Go. Yeah, I was about to say, go read it. He the real athlete in the family.
There's always one. It's a shame that he didn't get that Hall of Fame career like his brothers did. But
his brother, because Eli's not a Hall of Famer.
Well, he will be.
He will be, but he should not be.
He won 2 Super Bowls and beat Tom Brady.
His winning percentage is literally 500.
Listen.
He was never an All-Pro, never received the MVP vote. Nah, dog. He does not have a Hall of Fame resume. He is not a Hall of You don't beat Tom Brady twice and get in the Hall of Fame. No, sir.
But you don't beat Tom Brady twice in the biggest game and not get remembered for it.
And the only playoff games he ever won in his career were those 2 years he won the Super Bowl. Every other year, I think they lost in the first round or the first game. He not a Hall of Fame.
Listen, if Jordan was 6-2 in finals and the only 2 losses were to the same person, whoever that one person is that beat him twice, they go in the Hall of Fame.
It's a lot easier to get in the basketball Hall of Fame than it is.
But you get what I'm saying.
Because basketball, it's college and professional.
So people think Joe Burrow is better than Patrick Mahomes off of the one playoff game where he beat Patrick Mahomes.
And they're stupid.
Because Joe Burrow is the only person in the AFC, well, outside of Brady, to beat Patrick Mahomes in the postseason.
I mean, Brady was in the NFC when he did it. He was with the Bucks.
No, I think he beat him in the
Oh, did he beat him while in New England too?
Yeah, you don't remember that game? The one in Kansas City where it went to overtime. This is before
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes didn't touch the ball. Brady went on. Yeah.
Crazy. They didn't change the rules for Patrick then. But Josh doesn't touch the ball. It's not fair. Josh didn't get a chance to hand in the run. Let's change the rules. Right.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to remind folks, if you are interested in joining a Dynasty League, 12-team tight end premium, got some spots. Let's see. Greg has not texted me back yet.
Should I join this league? Because I don't want to join it and then not be a part of it. Like I said, I'll join the league if the redraft folds.
Only way the redraft is going to.
Because I can't commit to both.
Well, we got to see if we can get some folks in.
All right. Let me see if Jason did text me back. He said, yeah, he good for the redraft. He said, what's the format? It's 10 teams, right?
Yeah, that one's the 10-team one.
The redraft is 10 teams. There's no premiums, right? No super draft.
Mm-mm.
I almost put 10 teams.
See, Bam, here's the thing. Your cousin is saying, you asked him to join the redraft or the Dynasty?
Redraft.
Bam, the problem is your cousin asked him to join the redraft league that you joined, not the Dynasty League that you're in.
Let's see what he says.
NFC West and AFC East. We've been chatting a lot, so I don't know if we're gonna.
Well, do you want to do the AFC East first? I feel like that's going to be the easiest of the two. I think you and I are going to be on the same page with the AFC East. That might be the easiest one.
All right, let's knock it out, brother. Go ahead.
So for those who don't know, this is our divisional preview. We talk about records, storylines, MVPs, breakout players. Tonight we're doing the NFC West and the AFC East. We can go ahead and get the AFC East out the way because I don't think this is going to be much of a shocker. I'll go first at 7-10, 2-4 in the division. I got the Jets, 8-9, 3-3. I got the Dolphins, 9-8, 3-3 in the division. I got the Patriots, and then at 13-4 and 4-2 in the 1 seed in the AFC, I got the Bills.
You have them at what?
I have the Bills as the 1 seed, 13-4, 4-2 in the division.
The number 1 overall seed, Buffalo Bills?
Yes. I think the Bills will be the 1 seed.
Talk to me about that. Like, why? Over the Ravens?
So the Ravens play in a tougher division. The reason I have the Bills as the 1 seed is because the division is easy. The AFC East, there's really no challengers, right? Like I have the Chiefs as the 2 seed. They have to play against the Broncos. I'm not a Chargers guy, but the Chargers are tough. The Ravens have to play against the Steelers. The Ravens have to play against the Bengals. And, say what you want about the Browns. They have a good defense, and I feel like every year they seem to catch the Ravens slipping during one of their games or make it a little tough. I think the Bills get the 1 seed because they play in the AFC East. Like, you get to play the Jets twice. You get to play the Dolphins twice.
Ooh, okay. I'm not mad at that. All right. Well, listen, starting from the bottom, at 6-11 and 2-4 in the division, I got the New York Jets.
Okay.
At 3-3 in the division and 7-9 overall. No. That should be 6-10, shouldn't it?
17 games, so 6-11.
Okay, so this is where I'm wrong. At 8-9 and 3-3 in the division, I have the New England Patriots.
Okay.
At 9-8 and 4-2 in the division, I have the Miami Dolphins. And at 12-5 and a perfect 6-0 in the division,
Go ahead.
I have the Buffalo Bills. And the number 3 overall seed. So with that, let me give everyone my 7 seeds in the AFC to make the playoffs, since this concludes our AFC coverage. The number 1 overall, the 7 seed, I have the Broncos at 10-7. The 6th seed, I have the Steelers at 11-6. The 5th seed, I have the Chargers at 11-6. The 4 seed, I have the Jaguars at 10-7. The 3 seed, I have the Bills at 12-5. The 2 seed, I have the Baltimore Ravens at 13-4. And repeating as the number 1 overall seed, I have the Chiefs at 14-3.
Kyle, I'm confused. The Bills will be 4-2 in their division.
What did you say the record was?
13-4 at 17 games. Play 6 division games. Everyone twice, so that's 4-2. So here, my AFC, I don't have the records beside them, but the 1 seed is the Bills, 2 seed Chiefs, 3 seed Ravens, the 4 seed are the Texans, the 5 seed. I should have changed this, but when I did this, I'm gonna stick to it. I got the Colts. I don't think that's gonna happen. And then I got the Steelers and the Bengals at 6-7. I don't think the Colts will make the playoffs though, but I didn't want to change it.
Listen, I'm sitting there looking at this like, is the AFC West really gonna put 3 teams in?
Yeah, I kind of want to put the Broncos where the Colts are. Yeah, we're gonna call them audible. Let's put the Broncos where the Colts are.
Here we are. I see the AFC East and South only putting 1 team in, and the North and the North putting 2 teams in, and the West putting 3 teams in. Yeah, I can see it. The real fight being, can anyone keep up with the Chiefs, which they won't be. The other one was the NFC West. My brother,
man.
Talk to me.
So I had to sit down and redo this today. Matt Stafford's back injury changes everything. Like for me, the Rams went from the 2 seed for me. Now I don't have them making the playoffs at all. Oh, okay. Kyle was saying that how the AFC East is easy, but the Bills not going 6-0 in the division. I think they'll slip up. Like, I don't think I have anyone going perfect in the division this year. I'll have to go double check. Yeah, I don't think I have anyone going 6-0 in their division this year. Yeah, I don't think I have anyone sweeping in the division this year. But back to the NFC West. Why's my phone going off? 6-11, 1-5 in the division. The Arizona Cardinals. I just don't see it. I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. Also, it's funny because the four teams have the same record. It's the divisional record that separates them. 6-11, 3-3. I have the Seahawks. You fell for the Sam Darnold sweepstakes. Now you're gonna get the real Sam Darnold. I think Kenneth Walker can't stay healthy. Like JSN is great, but DK Metcalf is now gone. Like, I just think maybe we're too Seattle at 10-7. 4-2 in the division. I still have the Rams, but Matt, like this back injury, like when Sean McVay is saying we're trying new stuff to try to, fix his back, it means that he's not responding to the traditional stuff. And in my experience, back problems don't get better the more you get hit. So
He's gonna be out there. He's gonna be out there on them drugs.
I feel like you need to call Atlanta right now. Like, what do you want for Kurt?
No.
Yes. Because if Matt Stafford has to miss any significant amount of time, you want Jimmy G out there. What Devontae Adams say doing a receiver documentary on Netflix? Do you remember what he said when he was with the Ravens? He said he'd throwing hospital balls. Get me the fuck out of here. Guess what, buddy? He might be throwing you hospital balls again.
He might be back.
And then at 10-7, also 4-2 in the division, but they will have the tiebreaker against the Rams. I have the 49ers, and they are my 4 seed.
I'm already making a change to my NFC because I'm looking at them. I don't have 2 teams from the NFC South making it. I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't think I do either. I don't. No, I have 2. I do have 2 teams from the NFC.
Because I do believe I have 2 teams from the NFC East making it. But let's talk about the NFC West here. So finishing 5-12 overall and 2-4 the division, I do have the Arizona Cardinals.
You don't see it either.
I don't see it, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Finishing 3rd in their division with a record of 10-7, but barely missing the playoffs thanks to the Green Bay Packers. Well, no, not the Green Bay Packers because they're the 6th seed. But yeah, finishing 10-7, 3-3 overall, barely missing the playoffs. I have the Seattle Seahawks.
Really? Okay.
Finishing 4-2 in their division and 11-6 overall with the 5 seed, the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
And at 12-5,
12-5,
finishing with a 4-2 divisional record and the 3 seed in the NFC, I have the Los Angeles Rams. Remember, at 12-5 with a 5-1 divisional record, I do have the Detroit Lions, and I'm not going to hold you. In a few weeks, I am going to have the defending Super Bowl champions as our number 1 overall seed. So,
really, I don't have the Eagles as a 1 seed, but I appreciate it. For me, so you have no concern about Matt Stafford's back?
I think they got elements around the team that can mitigate what they need to do.
Okay. Well, Cal said he trusted Jimmy G more with Sean McVay than he did with the Raiders. Fair, but it's still Jimmy G. Jimmy G was with Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, but in a Sean McVay offense, boy, you're going to hand this football off, and you're going to throw this football right here to this man and right here to this man, and you're going to throw it over here on the screen, and you're going to do all right. Listen.
This is interesting. So Kyle has Washington as his 1 seed, Detroit as his 2, San Francisco as his 3, Tampa Bay as the 4, the Eagles as the 5, Green Bay as 6, and 7 in Arizona. We can talk about this in 2 weeks when we talk about the NFC.
Hey, look at me and Kyle having a lot of similar seeds.
We're going to talk about this in 2 weeks.
We have the same 2 seed, the same 4 seed, the same 6 seed. All right, Kyle, let me find out.
Last year.
Kyle, see, this is why I like. Me and Kyle kind of know what's really on the horizon for these Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, but we'll talk about this in 2 weeks. I'm not going to go too deep in this. The Commanders won 3 games last year, like off of luck.
And y'all luckily beat the Rams in the postseason. So, what are we talking about?
Like the Hail Mary against the Bears, the old boy was taunting the crowd. Like that. Like there's a regression to this.
And Jalen Carter mauled the man and stopped an easy touchdown.
That is greatness. That is not luck. That is Jalen Carter's greatness.
Listen,
that is not a man.
Great. You can't get greatness without a little bit of luck.
Loud.
You need a little bit of luck for greatness. And it
All right.
sometimes be like that.
They have the oldest roster in the NFL.
Yo, would you believe that LeBron James is one of the greatest players ever?
Yes.
Now, do you believe that he got lucky a few times?
The only thing lucky that happened in his life was that Ray Allen shot. That's the only luck LeBron
had. The Ray Allen shot, brother.
The shot against Orlando, the game went against Orlando, and that's it. Everything else is LeBron's greatness.
Brother, do you remember the game winner against the fucking Wizards? That crazy one that still don't make no sense?
Nah, that was greatness. The one against Toronto, the one-handed floater, that was
another one.
No,
these are skilled shots, but there's a little bit of luck.
That was the biggest fuck you I have ever seen. That was the biggest fuck you he's ever given us.
Yo, you have to remember the faces on the Raptors, bro. They were just devastated. It was like, wow, we really gonna go down 3-0 to that bullshit? All right, bro.
They knew that was the biggest fuck you we've ever gotten. Yeah. But the Commanders have the oldest roster in the NFL. All right. They don't have a fourth place schedule. Their run defense is still bad. But all right, man. Go ahead.
They hired Amanda's.
Go ahead. They don't want to pay their top receiver. He pissed off.
Yeah,
right, man.
They're gonna get him paid pretty soon.
All right, whatever.
I kind of want to talk a little college football.
Let's do it.
First off, I want to give a congrats to Cam Newton. He getting that Auburn jersey retired. It made me think back to that 2010 or 2011 Auburn season. Oh boy. Listen, I go back and say Cam Newton at Auburn that 1 year has to be one of the greatest football seasons you could ever see with your own two eyes.
Cam Newton was so good. He sent Chip Kelly to the NFL. Chip Kelly said, I have had enough at Oregon. I have reached my ceiling. I am out. He went to Philadelphia.
Chip got that team all the way to the national championship and then had to see Cam fucking Newton. And he was like, you know what? I'm not doing this again. Like this hurts.
Do you remember? I'll just never forget Chip Kelly shaking Cam's hand at the 50 after that game. He looked so disgusted. Like, I can't believe that Oregon team had LaMichael James. Like, that Oregon team Marcus wasn't there. Was that Marcus Mariota? No, that's way before Mariota. Who was the quarterback of that Oregon team?
I don't remember the top of my head.
It wasn't Dennis Dixon. Anywho, that Oregon team was stacked. And Cam just walked in and beat his ass on national television.
Listen, Cam beat a lot of good teams that year. Like,
outside of Vince Young's performance against USC, like, you could talk about Cam's performance in the national championship game as like one of the best ever.
Listen, and then everyone was like, yo, the dude was so good. Everyone was like, he ain't gonna be able to do that in the NFL. These grown men. First year.
Game, he threw for 300 yards.
Yeah, they didn't know. Everyone was like, nah, this brother's a problem.
First game.
Do you realize Cam Newton has every accomplishment you can have in football outside of a Super Bowl ring?
That's it. He has everything else.
Right.
Yeah, who said that? Yeah, Stanley said, y'all remember the NIL allegations Cam got? I would have paid him $3. If Cam was a college player right now,
yeah.
How much did Cam? Boy,
the only thing he didn't win was a Super Bowl, and he still made it to one.
Now, I do know, and I don't want to spend too much time on this. Like, there's been a lot of talk about Cam and Jalen Hurts. That Panthers team was really good. Like, people were like, oh, he dragged that Panthers team. That Panthers team had like 6 Pro Bowlers. They were 15-2.
It was a good team, but it was nowhere near as good as the team that just won the Super Bowl last year. I think that's a fair assessment.
I'm just saying the teams are closer than people.
Yo, dog, we got it. Like, that Panthers team had some good defensive players, but who the hell on a team did they have that could resemble Jalen Carter?
Hey, Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly is one of the best linebackers ever.
All right, bro.
We gonna sit here and disrespect Luke Kuechly is a Hall of Famer.
Yo, but Luke Kuechly wasn't a man child. He wasn't this.
The fuck he wasn't.
Right.
Nah, dog. We not gonna sit here and shit on Luke Kuechly.
I'm not. I'm just saying that was their best defensive player. Y'all had multiple really good defensive players.
I'm just saying that Panthers team was a lot better than people give it credit for.
Yo, did Cam Newton was Cam Newton handing the ball up to Saquon Barkley though?
No, he was Saquon Barkley.
Exactly. I remember Stanley was the one who had to remind me of the running back. Man, Mike Tolbert was back there toting the rock. Come on, dog.
Hey, man. That team was a lot better than people thought.
Wow.
Yeah, like Luke. Like we not gonna sit here and disrespect Luke Kuechly.
Now, Luke was nice. I'm just saying.
Luke Kuechly's going to the Hall of Fame. Maybe not first ballot, but he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Luke Kuechly was so good. He was so cool with just saying, you know what? I'm good, y'all. Can't keep getting these concussions.
Dog, as soon as a white man who was a linebacker at Boston College said he wanted to go to the league, we should have known.
We should have known. He was gonna be a dog. Let's do some pick'ems for the college season, since we have week 0 this week, and then we'll be off next week. But next week we got some week 1 games that are fire. So this week in Dublin, Ireland, Iowa State versus Kansas State. Who you got?
Give me K-State.
K-State.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go. You know what? I like Iowa State. Give me the Cyclones.
Okay.
Give me the Cyclones.
You think the coach will be wearing his business casual on the sideline?
Well, they're in Ireland, so he'll be rocking some green a little bit. All right. Listen, this one is probably the most interesting from a betting standpoint. Stanford is traveling to Hawaii, and Hawaii is 2.5-point favorites versus a Power 4 team. Come on, Danny. Tell me right now you are with Hawaii right now.
The only reason they're favorites is because they have to travel, I'm assuming, but it's not that far of a trip from California to Hawaii.
Stanford and Cal, I don't think they're going to be very good next year.
Oh, give me Hawaii. I love Hawaii. I wanted to go to Hawaii. Did I tell you the story about me? I wanted to go to USC and I wanted to go to Hawaii. And my mom said, she sat me down and showed me the tuition in both schools. And she said, son, I don't think you have a scholarship, do you? And I was like, I don't. She's like, I guess you're not going to USC or Hawaii.
Oh, shit. Hey, she's like, I don't know where you going, but ain't going to be here for my dollar.
You're not going to no USC and you're not going to Hawaii.
Shout out to our black mothers, always keeping us on the right track. Boise State, number 25, traveling to Tampa to play South Florida.
My only fear is the heat, because it's Florida Heat and Idaho Heat are two different things. But give me Boise. Boise always has a competitive team. Can't say the same from USF.
I like upset alert here. Give me USF.
What time is the game? Maybe I should ask that question.
I think it's like a mid-afternoon game. Could be a night game.
That's the thing, man.
Or it could be a night game.
If it's a night game, give me Boise State. If it's when the sun is out, USF has a better chance. I just think that heat, it's hard. It's hard.
Game played at Arrowhead Stadium between Nebraska and Cincinnati. Big 10 versus Big 12.
Give me Nebraska. One thing Nebraska going to do is have linemen that going to run you over.
What's funny is a lot of people think Nebraska can make a run at a college football playoff berth. I'm not in that camp, but I do think Nebraska will win this game.
Same.
Auburn versus Baylor. Hugh Freeze, head coach at Auburn, said he's going to consider playing 3 quarterbacks. He don't have his guy yet.
Well, that means Baylor's going to win.
Listen, I don't care if you got your guy or not. In this conference, it just means more.
If you got Auburn. 3 quarterbacks, you got none.
Give me Auburn and watch how they're going to do it.
Hugh Freeze is going to be in the coach. Remember Hugh Freeze was in the press box in the hospital bed? Remember when Hugh Freeze was texting the hose?
He was texting those and putting a few on them. You know what I mean?
He had to go to Liberty to rehash his image.
Hey, he had to go to a Jesus school to let everyone know he is a man of God. I'm with it. Speaking of men of God, Colorado in their first post Shador Sanders' season is hosting Georgia Tech, which I believe is actually going to be a fairly interesting game. Listen, Coach Prime, I'm going to rock with you on this one. I don't think y'all are going to win this game, but I'm picking Colorado.
Yeah, I feel like the things that Dion has been through this year is enough to energize that team for at least 1 week, especially.
I like it. All right. Strangest top 3 matchup ever, and it's only because fucking Fox has the game that this isn't a night game. Big noon kickoff. Number 1 Ohio State versus number 1 Texas versus number 3 Ohio State. It's in the shoe. Talk to me. Do you think the defending national champions win this one?
No, yes, I do think Ohio State wins. What's that kid's name, the receiver at Ohio State?
Jeremiah Smith.
Say less. I want to pick Texas. Like, Sark has done better in big games while at Texas. Texas is important. But, man, open up the season on the road against the defending national champion.
Listen.
That's a big ask.
If you know me, you know that outside of my Hokies, I have a few bandwagons that I'm a part of. Let me call them out.
Roll Tide! Of course, I'm a rep for my Crimson Tide. My Crimson Tide. I mean,
Crimson Tide? That's crazy.
Crimson
You
Tide.
a milkman?
That's I like chocolate.
Shout
out to the Crimson Tide. What was the bandwagon? Shout out to my Horned Frogs. I'm still with y'all from a few years ago. I'm still with y'all. Shout out to my Houston Cougars. Y'all was my team in college football. Built
that. You just moved to Texas.
Nah, hold on now. Listen, I rep Clemson. I ain't afraid. Okay. Clemson had some track honeys back in the day that, you know what I mean, they was good. Yeah, I mean, they was, I mean. And my other one, hey, but
you think Arch gonna do this game 1
on this particular Saturday? Hook 'em horns.
Dog, if Arch walk into the shoe,
give me Texas
and beat the defending national champ.
Give me Texas.
Hey, dog, I'll see y'all at the draft. I've done enough.
I want to shout out these 2 universities because these 2 universities, they are one of the few that ain't afraid to play another very good Power 4 conference.
Yeah.
Out of conference. Alabama, Florida State. Alabama going to Tallahassee. Alabama, they still not afraid. I don't care who you are. They will play good teams in all conferences. And so when y'all say, oh, why they still get a chance to make the playoffs? This be why. Nick Saban figured that one out easy. Hey, if I'm going to lose to really good teams or teams in really good conferences. So that way it justifies us losing or bigs us up when we win.
I love that logic, but that means they got to play a good team. Florida State is not good. Give me Alabama, and I'm turning that game off in the middle of the second quarter.
I'm taking Alabama too, but this won't be 55-7. This is going to be one of them 35-17 games. Y'all watch out.
Okay.
Watch out. Again, more teams who are playing real games to start the season. Like, no matter who wins and loses this game, as long as the game is competitive, both of these teams will be in college football playoff contention at the end of the year.
Yep.
Number 9, LSU versus number 4, Clemson. The battle to see who the real Death Valley is.
I'm going to use something you said about 10 minutes ago. It just means more. Give me LSU.
Now, Brian Kelly historically does not start out well.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You right. Scratch that. I forgot all about Brian Kelly. Clemson. Dabo is a great coach at the beginning of the year.
What did Dabo say about name, image, and likeness?
He don't like it.
Nah, but he said something about Jesus.
Of course he did. I just know he don't like it.
Listen. Dabo, They ain't gonna come in and walk into this Death Valley and win. Give me Clemson, but on a heartbreaker. Okay. LSU is going to be winning majority of this game, and Clemson's going to walk them down.
Oh, that'd be even more embarrassing.
Here's another interesting one: Big 12 versus Big 10. UCLA versus Utah.
I really want to
12 after dark.
I really want to pick UCLA, but I'm going to take Utah. Utah is like, who do we say? Like Boise State. It's always competitive.
I'm going with UCLA. Give me the Big 10. Give me a Jordan school. I like what we're doing here. All right. I like you. I like what you're doing here. 8:30 since we're there. UVA, Coastal Carolina. Talk to me.
Coastal Carolina. I just wanted to put UVA in there. I feel like Coastal Carolina is going to win that game.
I didn't want to put that game on here because I was like, I'm not sure why UVA would sign themselves up for that one, but yeah, no. Give me Coastal Carolina. I think UVA. At some point, y'all should just stop funding your football program, but I get it.
Stanford of the East?
Yeah. Listen, here's one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna stand by my alma mater, but if we're able to pull this one out, we might be
if you pull this off
in the Mercedes-Benz Dome, the Aflac Chick-fil-A kickoff.
Yes, sir. That's my favorite.
Virginia Tech versus number 13 South Carolina, Baby Beamer versus former Beamer's team. Who you got, my brother?
If the quarterback from South Carolina is going to be contender for the number 1 overall pick, he should be able to beat Virginia Tech. Give me South Carolina.
Don't blame me at all. Another top 10 matchup that I kind of forgot about this one, but glad we have it. Notre Dame traveling down to Miami, opening the season versus Miami. Who you got?
Well, we know how Notre Dame does early in the season. They get to lose, and then they get into the playoff. But I don't think they lose to Miami. Give me Notre Dame, and then this is how Notre Dame's going to do. They'll beat Miami, they'll beat A&M, and then they'll lose to Purdue because that's what they do. Or they'll lose to Boise 2 weeks after that.
Listen, I think I know they made it to the Natty, and they just ended up playing a really, really, really good Ohio State team. But I still think Marcus Freeman is a really good coach. I really do think this Notre Dame team might be able to be competitive. I'm going to take Notre Dame to go on the road and get a big win. I think these guys know that in order to have a chance to get back to the college football playoff, they got to win games like this, no matter if it's early in the season or late in the season. I think they'll be ready to play. I like Notre Dame.
See, I'm Stanley. I'm in the same thought as you. Like at the beginning of the year, Notre Dame gets that's why my theory why the college football playoff got extended is because they can add Notre Dame every single year, because every year Notre Dame pisses the bed early in the season and they're usually out, but now they can get in.
Yeah, but we say that happened last year and they went on with their national championship.
That's what I'm saying. That is tinfoil hat for me. One of the biggest reasons the college football playoff got extended is because you can now.
I'm not anti that one.
No, Notre Dame can't get top seed because they don't play in the conference championship, but they can get an at-large bid.
You can always get an at-large bid. All right. Here's one. Labor Day.
Yes, sir.
TCU Horned Frogs traveling to UNC Chapel Hill in the debut of Bill Belichick coaching at North Carolina. You think Sonny Dykes and them boys walk in to UNC and beat them?
Nothing would be funnier. But Bill Belichick is now losing his debut wearing the Carolina Blues. Can't see it. Can't see it.
UNC is going to be a really, really good coach team. UNC is going to be one of those teams where they're going to be losing games barely. I think UNC is going to be a really good coach team that just doesn't have the talent. But I do think they're going to win this game. Give me UNC.
Yeah.
NBA schedules was released. We get a little basketball talk. Any thoughts on the Lakers schedule? I mean, not the Lakers schedule, Mavs schedule.
It's really easy in the beginning, and it gets extremely difficult towards the end of the year. So, like, their first 20 games are against teams that either made the play-in or didn't make the playoffs last year. So they got to get off to a hot start because at the end of the year, it's a lot of road games. Like, I think one part of the schedule, they play the Lakers, the Clippers, take a back-to-back, a night off, and then they go to Denver. Like, it's stuff like that. So you better get off to a hot start if you think you're going to make the playoffs.
I was looking at the Lakers schedule and I was saying, damn, do they normally always come to Portland early in the season? Like, it's always. I'm just starting to kind of pick up on that. They always go to Portland early in the season, and they only come to Portland like one time. I got to figure out what's the rule. Like, if you win the season series and then the following year you get that 2-1 matchup.
It's funny because the Mavericks used to always play the Wizards like early January because like I would try to go because it'd be like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. But like this year they played the Wizards in October. Like both games are at the beginning of the year. Like both Wizards games are in that first 20 game slot.
Yo, those be the losses. Those be the games in the end of the season when you start seeing where teams net out. You're like, how the fuck in November did we lose 3 out of 4 games, and 3 of those losses were to the half? I mean, like a couple of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah,
but that's when teams still think they'd be having a chance.
Like I know, leading up to the All-Star break and after the All-Star break, like the Mavericks have like a murderer's row. Like I hope Kyrie is back and healthy because they're gonna need all hands on deck.
Keep hoping, brother.
I'm 42-40.
Talk to me about the WNBA playoff race now that we're here.
Yeah, so the Aces have won 7 in a row. They're a top 4 seed now, fighting for third. They're fighting Phoenix for third, and they could push Atlanta for 2. I don't know if you've watched the Aces. Jewel Lloyd is now coming off the bench.
The Liberty aren't the 2 seed anymore?
Liberty just beat Minnesota, but the Liberty are still the 2 seed. So it's Minnesota, New York, Atlanta, Phoenix, Vegas. Those are your top seeds right now. But the Liberty, they just beat Minnesota like 10 minutes ago. But anyway, Drew Lloyd's coming off the bench now, and that seems to have locked this Aces team. Kristen Bell's now starting. She had like 5 threes on Sunday. That was a fun game. They actually played tonight. The Sparks, your Sparks, they're 4-2 in their last 6. They're fighting for that last playoff spot.
Let's go, Sparks.
Give Rickea Jackson the rock and get out of her way.
She liked that.
Indiana can't catch a break. Sophie Cunningham hurt her knee. She is out for the rest of the year.
God damn it. We told y'all to stop throwing them things on the court.
So
she told y'all to stop throwing them things on the court. You're going to hurt somebody. You're going to fucking hurt somebody. You damn hooligans. What's wrong with you? You stop throwing those things in the court. Haven't your mother taught you some manners?
So if I'm Indiana, Caitlin Clark does not play another game this year. Like she hasn't played a minute with her groin injury. There ain't nothing to come back for. Half the team hurt. I feel sorry for Kelsey Mitchell. Like she balling, dropping 30, but we cooked. Y'all are cooked. We're done here. Minnesota was the first team to clinch a playoff spot. They clinched like last week. Like Minnesota is still in single digits in the loss column. The season ends in 6 weeks, and they haven't even lost 10 games yet. Not even 6 weeks. Like the season ends in a month.
And Nafisa Collier, she's coming back.
Yeah, but she sprained her ankle. She's still out. And Kyle, I did watch Atlanta-Seattle game last week. I'm pretty sure I did. Or am I thinking about Vegas-Atlanta? Because Atlanta had a West Coast trip last week. I think I did watch that Seattle-Atlanta game. Atlanta, a little concerned. But we'll see. They're still a top seed. I don't think they're championship contenders, but I do think they can make a deep playoff run. I think you'll like this one. Sonia Citron pushing Paige for Rookie of the Year. Have you got a chance to watch the Mystics? I think they're playing right now, actually.
I haven't gotten a chance to watch the Mystics, but she nice like that. Is she the reason why they traded?
They lost.
The reason why they traded. What's her name?
No, that's not the reason they traded Leah Edwards. They traded Leah Edwards because Kiki Earfin from USC is a monster. She a dog. Yeah, Sonia tonight had 19, 3, and 3. Listen, one thing you can count on in women's basketball, a UConn big and a Notre Dame guard. Sonia is a Notre Dame guard. If you ever on the clock and you don't know who to draft and there's a Notre Dame guard on the board, just draft a Notre Dame guard because they can hoop. Like the league is damn near half the league has a Notre Dame guard that either starts or contributes
to the scoring.
Get you a Notre Dame guard.
Maya Moore went to Notre Dame, didn't she?
No, Maya Moore went to UConn. She went to UConn. But I know like you got Kayla McBride, Sonia, Skylar, Jackie Young.
I was thinking of Skylar. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Skylar, Enrique. She went to Notre Dame. Get you a Notre Dame guard. That's kind of it for now. Like you said, the playoff race is heating up. Last 4 or 5 weeks of the season for the playoff start.
Have you heard anything about those darn contraptions being thrown on the court anymore?
Haven't seen any. Seen any.
Maybe those hoodlums and those criminals, they slowed down on that action.
All you had to do was arrest one of them, and the other ones fell in line.
Listen, just arrest one. We better not see no more on the court.
We better not see no more either.
Because I'm gonna be a dick if so.
Jesus Christ! Let them women hoop.
Let's talk a little wrestling. Clash at Paris is coming up. We had Monday Night Raw last night. Currently, the Clash in Paris matches. We got Seth versus Jay versus LA Knight versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Last night, Roman Reigns came back, so it was looking like Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed might be a match. John Cena versus Logan Paul. I'm still trying to figure out how we got there because they just tag teamed not too long ago. And now we got to figure out what happens now that Naomi had to vacate the title and what happens with Stephanie Vakir, who was technically the number one contender. Last night, Naomi on Raw announced that that we need to proceed with caution because there is a baby on board. Her and Big Jim announcing their pregnancy. I texted you almost immediately after I found out.
Yes.
I was like, damn, I know she kind of sick. She finally get the belt and she got it.
And she got, because they've been trying, right? I'm pretty sure she's like, she said earlier this year, they've been trying. She really wanted to be a mother. Isn't that how it worked though, right?
You don't need it.
Hey man, good for them. The bloodline, this the biggest family tree I've ever seen in my life. Jesus, how many kids can this family have?
A lot.
A whole lot.
And more on the way.
But for Stephanie, we know what they're going to do now, right? It's going to have to be a tournament.
But she gets to keep her number one contendership.
I hope she does, but she probably won't.
They're not going to take that away. And they kind of acknowledged that yesterday that, she was still the number one contender. So they're going to find
I don't know if you pull the trigger on Stephanie yet. Get that belt to Bianca or Jade.
You're saying they probably didn't have her winning that belt at that pay-per-view.
Yeah, give her a championship match, show that she can contend for a title, but she wasn't going to win it. Put the belt on Bianca or Jade and let's get this party cracking. It'll be WrestleMania before you know it.
Yeah, because what's 9 months from August? That's
she's 7 weeks, so that means she got pregnant in July, which means the baby.
How do you know she's 7 weeks?
I read on the internet she's 7 weeks from one of the dirt sheets. So she's 7 weeks. So July, that means
she was wrestling pregnant.
She was. She didn't know because SummerSlam was 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she probably didn't know, which is crazy because that was an insane match. That baby already ready for wrestling. But if a July conception is like a May birth, so that's going to pass SummerSlam.
That's a May birth?
Yeah, I think July. When someone gets pregnant, the baby is going to be born the season that preceded conception. So if you conceive in the summer, you will have a spring baby. If you conceive in the winter, you will have a fall baby. If you conceive in the spring, you will have a winter baby.
So this baby was conceived in the summer, so it should be a spring baby.
Yeah, it was conceived mid-late summer, so you're probably going to have an early mid-spring. Probably.
So she'll miss WrestleMania and come back for SummerSlam.
Potentially, but I mean, after the baby, she's going to get maternity leave. Like, I wouldn't expect Naomi back until, if she ever comes back, if she's in her mid to late 30s. I mean, Alexa Bliss was out for 2 years.
Alexa Bliss had a kid?
Yeah, that's Alexa Bliss has been out for a while because she had a kid. So if Naomi comes back, SummerSlam, I suspect.
A little Big Jim, because I seen that ass too, brother. I seen that. She's walking out there. I saw that ass too, bro. She talking about some, Big Jim loved to Netflix and chill. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, she be saying some wow. That's why she probably knew. That's why she was saying all that racist stuff. She's like, I ain't coming back.
Nah, she gonna be back. She gonna be back. Man, there was some funny shit I meant to bring. Hold on, let me check.
While you do that, I really don't like that the Seth J LA Knight CM Punk match. Like that should be not Clash in Paris. Like, what's the next big pay-per-view this year? Are we done with like big pay-per-view? Yeah, like that feels like Survivor Series.
Oh, here's a few things. I want to send some prayers out to Jair Alexander, who's still battling some knee issues with the Ravens. I know he had it cleaned up a little bit. I think, they're hoping he can maybe get back to practice. Jair, man, I'm still rooting for you, man. Still rooting for you. On the other thing I wanted to speak up on, a couple weeks ago, Blacked announced the Blueprint, a new 5-part feature starring Jason Love is about to make history.
You making porn announcements?
No, I mean yes, but I'm saying this because that's not what's funny. I want you to see the cover art for this.
For porn. For porn.
I seen this and had to bookmark it immediately. I said, Jay didn't sign off on this.
If you, and this isn't to you directly, this is to the collective you. If you have your calendars marked for a porn movie, get some help. Please open your Bible, call somebody, get some help. If you out here marking your calendar for porn videos. Like if you saying, oh, that new so-and-so porn stars video drops tomorrow, let me go get a good night's rest. Or you staying up like it's an album drop. Nah, dog. Seek help. That is insane.
Brother, listen. It's a new 5-part documentary series.
Also, Bam said, nah, that was out of pocket. That lets me know you knew about this as well. Got him. You a nasty motherfucker.
Listen, Bam the type that be watching porn movies for the storyline. You're like, damn, girl, you should have done that. You should have learned from the last film.
How many package delivery porn videos has Bam watched?
He's not watching them. He watching the ones where it's like he's watching the ones like the Blueprint that are like a multi-chronological series where like this person is figuring out some life stuff like
from sex.
Oh, listen, I know. Listen, I know Bam was on Black watching the Kendra Lust Chronicles. He was definitely on there watching, Nicole Aniston Chronicles, Riley Reid Chronicles. He didn't see. You're probably familiar with Jason Love's work as well.
I don't know who Jason Love is. I don't know any porn star. I used to be on when I was younger. I can give you the whole Booty Talk lineup, but I'm out the game. Does Booty Talk still exist?
I don't know what Booty Talk is, but you definitely sound like you was watching them Johnny Sins and you was watching them Johnny Sins.
I know who Cherokee is. Hall of Fame.
Why you? But say her full name though.
Cherokee. I know who Cherokee is. Hall of Fame.
No, but say her name though.
Rafters. Cherokee.
Say her full name. Cherokee Diaz.
Oh, woo. Skip.
Hey, I'm still trying to figure out what tribe she belonged to originally.
Karen Steffens. Superhead.
Listen. Hey, and you read that book by Superhead too?
I did not. I didn't care. I didn't care who.
Bam said you be watching Sarah J.
Y'all be just Sarah J gets you some hard times.
Oh nah. Ladies and gentlemen, whoa. Hey, let them know where to find you for them traffic. For the Sarah, I bounced for. All right, come on, big.
I believe that is true.
If
you've seen Bam, I believe that he bounced for Cherokee at strip club. Did you get to shake her hand?
Which one?
Did you wash it? You were her personal security. All right, see now the lie went too far. Now the lie. He probably thought he was in one of them videos.
Man, that one. He probably didn't even see Cherokee Diaz. He probably saw Seminole D twerk. That brother did not see Cherokee. He saw chicken. He saw chicken shot D cockroach.
Bam, send me a picture of you and Cherokee, and I'll believe it.
Oh man.
Yeah, send me I want to verify that you were security for Cherokee. Let me check my phone.
I know Bam was watching them Brandy Love Chronicles on Black too.
Also, Shits and Grins is in for the redraft.
All right, well, tell him to send me his.
I'll text you his number.
No, hold on. I'm gonna send you the link to the. Tell him to send. Tell him to get his email, and I'll just add him.
All right. I know you got to pee. I'm talking to my dog right now.
Listen, let the good people know where to find you, man.
Find me at Dan Ocean 41. Shout out Cherokee, Hall of Famer, Bam, waiting on the photo. I had no idea that you were her security. That is something you failed to tell me, and I'm a little upset, but whatever. Send the photo. Send the photo. Where can I
listen, ladies and gentlemen? You can find me on the Bird app at LosDMix, LosDeemix. Find me on Instagram, same name, LosDMix. SoundCloud, same name, LosDMix. Listen, I could be coming to a city near you to DJ. I'm in that mode right now. I'm in that mode. Sometimes I'll be listening back to like old mixes because I make so many new mixes all the time. I'm just trying shit. Sometimes I was back to old mixes and I'm like, man, I'm in a bag. Yo, someone randomly texted me last week and was like, yo, whichever I was listening, they was like, I was on your SoundCloud and I was listening to your mixes. Whatever that old mix you got on there was, when did you drop this? Because this shit is some heat. So I went back on there and I was like, oh shit, I completely forgot I even put this out. Has over 50 plays.
See, you him.
Well, we need some more. We need some more views, but we get there.
Speak on the _pod, Bird at TikTok, Instagram. Follow us.
Follow us.
Pod14@gmail.com. Ask us your questions. We're here to help make life easier for you.
Y'all make sure y'all speak on it. We'll be off next week, right?
Yes, we're off next week.
We're off next week, so enjoy college football. We'll see you guys, the week of NFL kickoff?
Yeah, the week of NFL kickoff.
We'll see you guys the week of NFL kickoff. We'll pick the games from the first week.
And we back, baby.
And then we back. Again, if you guys are interested in joining a 12-team tight end premium dynasty league, please reach out. Buy-in is only $50. First three people to holler at me, you get 3 decent teams. Last person to get in, you don't have to pay your entry fee because the team you're going to inherit, you're probably going to be mad at the rebuild you're going to have to build. If you want to join a redraft league, Let me know. It's getting refilled.
Bam. Send me that photo. You still ain't sent it yet.
Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Remember, you can be real, but there's always going to be a group of people protecting a motherfucker who's not even half as real as you. Stay real, stay fresh. Love you guys. Speak on it.
Peace.